Guys, Captain Jake here. I want to make a quick video. You know, middle of summertime, you got a freezer full of meat. You're probably not going to finish all your deer meat before wintertime. You got a bunch of hamburger, a bunch of, little small steaks, maybe some backstrap, all kinds of venison in my freezer in there. We thawed too much out for the party we had, and I was going to try to make a little bit of a different video. I'm going to take some hamburger patties that I have right here. We already have them thawed out. I don't like to refreezing stuff after I thaw it out. So I want to actually make some venison jerky out of hamburger patties. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really simple recipe, stuff you've probably already got in your pantry. I got Worcestershire sauce, I've got soy sauce, I've got chili powder, Montreal steak seasoning, grill mix, garlic powder, black pepper, and that's one of the most important things, the curing salt. That's what's going to help it to last longer in the package at room temperature. It's just going to preserve it. That's something you're going to have to get online. It's not going to be at your local grocery store, but I'll link everything you need below, along with a list of ingredients and the sizes you need. But I'm going to put all this in a bowl. This calls for like, a quarter cup of this, and then 2 tablespoons of each one of these things in here, all mixed up. And then I'm going to take, that's for 2 pounds of meat. So that's typically going to be like steaks and stuff. So that hamburger is going to soak it up a lot more, so I might have to use more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mix all this up in a bowl. I'm going to mash that hamburger down in it, let it soak for about 6 hours. Then I'm just going to put it in sheets. So I'm going to take that hamburger, I'm going to roll it out as flat as I can. And the other thing that I'm going to link down in the description is those Buna grill mats. I think it's called Buna, but it's something that goes over the top of your grill. And it's great for cooking jerky in the oven because you can lay it out on the oven racks and it won't drip down and make a huge mess in your oven. This is how we did it last time. We tried it on the smoker, we tried it on the dehydrator, and we tried it in the oven. And the oven, by far the best. We tried 5 different recipes. The Montreal steak or jerky, so they call it spicy jerk, what they called it. That was the best one, and it uses that Montreal steak seasoning. So the best way was in the oven, and the best tasting was the Montreal steak. So it's just really easy to make, and it costs $25 a pound for this jerky at the store. This is going to be better than what you get at the store because you can cook it to your taste. Like, it should be cooked at 165 degrees for about 12 hours. I'm going to flip it about halfway through cooking, so I'll cook it all night. I'm going to wake up at midnight. I'll flip it over, and then I'll let it cook until I wake up. 165 degrees. And you can take it off a little bit early if you're going to eat it quickly. In other words, it's going to hold a little bit more moisture if you take it off quick, or if you want to just dehydrate the junk out of it and really make it last a lot longer in the bag. So the more moisture that it holds, the less of a shelf life. But I promise you, unless you cook 12 pounds of it, it's not going to last because you're going to be hitting it before you get done cooking it. And you're going to be like, oh my God. You keep some in your truck, keep some in your freezer, throw it in your hunting bag, and oh my God, it's just such a clean, healthy, easy thing to have around, and you're not paying through your teeth for it, especially if you're an avid hunter and you got a lot of meats in your freezer. This is going to be so simple, and you're going to love how easy it is to do. So I'm not going to videotape the whole thing. I just wanted to show you what I was doing before I got started. We had a party and some flies got in yesterday. But anyways, this is how to make deer jerky with ingredients you probably already have. And this is all stuff that I found on the internet by doing, jerky recipe search. We tried a bunch of them, and this is the best one. I'm going to list everything below, along with links to get everything, but you probably already have most of it. You're going to want to order that from the link that I drop you below. It's real cheap, and it's just great to have around. Preserve anything with it. That's it. Let me get started. I'm not really going to talk a lot. That was everything you need to know. And below, I'm just going to show you the end result. I might time lapse me jacking with it so you can see how easy it is to do. So now I'm just taking these patties, these round patties, flatten them out on this. And what I'm gonna do, get my feet since my hands are dirty. Wipe things I'm silly. Yeah. Now I've got a sheet of jerky. Yummy. This is that Boona grill mat I was telling you about. And I'm just sliding in there. Should have room for another one. So what those grill mats are going to do is they're going to let it cook from the bottom side too. Let me get you that picture. They're going to let it cook from the bottom side too. And but keep it from just dripping and filling this up with junk. Because the biggest pain is with jerky is cleanup. But there's little to no cleanup required with this method. Now all it is just a waiting game. $165, $170. Okay, the lowest it lets me go is 170. So now we set a timer. Hey Echo, set a timer for 6 hours.
6 hours, starting now.
Wake up about 10:45. Flip it. Back to sleep, wake up at 6. Be good to go. Bon appetit. It's only been cooking for about 4 hours, but I'm gonna go ahead and flip it so I don't have to stay up all night with it. I was supposed to flip it around 10. It's only 8:30. So if you look at all the pieces that are still wet, that's the ones that I've already flipped. All right, guys, this is how it turned out. I tried a piece, and it's really good. It looks pretty dry, but it's actually it's still a little bit moist in the center right there. You see that red? A little bit, just barely pink in the center, and it's really good. There's no reason why we can't make jerky out of our deer burger. I give it a 7 to 8 out of 10. It's not quite as good as the texture's just not quite as good as the other style, but it absolutely make a good snack for the deer camp or whatever. The texture of the steaks is better, but this hamburger is great too. So I call it a success. Let me know how it goes for you.